would show you the context, and obviously it was clear that it was not what they were presenting it as. The context mattered. It added nuance and clarity to the point he was making. But they're doing it again. And I have to just start with this first one. Actually, Caroline Levitt thanked me on X for this, which I appreciate. But let's just show this image. This is from the Democrats' own X handle. So it's at the Democrats. So when I say the Democrats do something, this is kind of what I mean, right? So throw up image 388. And this is an image of Caroline Levitt, White House press secretary, saying the ballroom is the president's main priority. And so you saw, Gavin Newsom put this out. Obviously, the Democrat handles, a bunch of the Democrat accounts doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on this insane thing. So what are they trying to say, Tyler? Of course, that that President Trump's main priority is the construction of this East ballroom, East wing of the White House, a big ballroom. By the way, presidents have wanted a ballroom space, an event space at the White House for a long time. And they want you to believe that the president doesn't care about peace in the Middle East, which he secured. And by the way, J.D. Vance flew to Israel to help secure it and keep it going. He doesn't care about, the economy. Oh, by the way, the economy's up 36%. The stock market's up 36% since the tariff apocalypse. Oh, that he doesn't care about crime. Oh, wait, you can walk in the streets of D.C. again. Oh, that he doesn't care about law and order. Oh, well, he keeps winning judicial rulings over and over and over again. That he doesn't care about our military advantage. Oh, he's investing in the military. He's making a few. And by the way, you were telling me when we walked in that in the Obama administration, millions and millions of dollars were spent on White House renovations, but we don't talk about that.
Yeah, almost $400 million were spent during the Obama administration on renovating and upgrading the White House. They spent a ton of money on the West Wing. They spent a ton of money on the East Wing. So some of this, I think, is way overblown. Obviously, the president, you just said, is a builder.
Out of taxpayers' pocket.
White House administration that's come through, I can tell you this: we've hosted more events with the White House during the Trump years than any other organization. We certainly hosted more organizational type conjunctive stuff with the White House than anything that was held during the Biden administration, because they did nothing. The Biden administration actually got rid of the only real congregation space in the White House. So in the wing where they host all of the events.
It was the East Wing, right?
No, so all the administrative building. So the Eisenhower building, that's where all the offices are.
Mm-hmm.
This is what people need to understand. There's nothing on the White House grounds where you can get hundreds of people together for a speaking event. You can't do any of that, and that's really important because the president can't just walk.
Well,
across
but
DC.
here's the actual truth: is that if the president has to go to an event venue outside of the White House, do you understand how much that costs just in security fees, moving Secret Service, PD, all the things that go into it is extraordinary.
It has to be millions and millions of dollars every time just in DC.
Yeah, this is the best return on investment that you can imagine by allowing the president to stay put and let people come to him, which everybody's happy to do, and go to an event at the White House. And there you see the images of the beautiful new East Wing ballroom that is going to be absolutely enjoyed by everybody. And this is what I love. Even Sean King is saying that this is going to be, this is no big deal. All the presidents have wanted this space. And President Trump, this is privately financed. This is not a big deal. But there's more lies coming up. And we're going to get to them. We'll be right back. So she is apparently accused of using her second home and basically listing it in such a way, it's mortgage fraud, where she says she's going to live in it or it's going to be a private residence. She ends up renting it out. So she said, it's not a huge amount of money that she saved over there. It's like $20,000 in interest or something. But here's the trick. She ran for Attorney General of the state of New York, promising that if you elect me, if you just give me your vote, I will come after President Trump. I will prosecute. I will find a crime. I will find something to go after him about. And so now she's been charged and she's pleaded not guilty. That's breaking news this morning. She's pleaded not guilty, and this is what she has to say. Play cut 400.
This is not about me. No. This is about all of us. And about a justice system which has been weaponized. A justice system which has been used as a tool of revenge against those individuals who simply did their job and who stood up for the rule of law.
You just stood up for the rule of law. Is that your take, Tyler? That she just stood up for the rule of law?
It's unbelievable that we have literal AGs across the country that are running on going after political opponents, that they're running on this. So they're telling, before they even get into office, that they're going to prosecute unknown crimes. Like you said, they're going to find crimes in some cases to go after political opponents, in this case, Trump. And now she's saying that the system is being weaponized against her?
Well, because there are lies, there are damned lies, and then there are Democrats. I'm not kidding. This is how it is. It's like, I want a country where we have unity. I want a country where we can look across the aisle and actually have debates. Like, people talk like John Fetterman, where it's like, I'm not going to call you a Nazi or a fascist. And then we have this situation. And again, we have told you time and time again that, we are open to dialogue. We want open debate in this country. This is what Charlie lived for, and yet this is what we're stuck with. Let's go ahead and play cut 402.
President Trump cannot avoid justice in the great state of New York.
She said this multiple times. We have multiple campaign stops where she was going on the air and she was basically bragging about the fact that she was going to get Trump. So this is not hyperbole. This is not speculation. And just for the sake of getting to the next story, because Letitia James deserves very little of our time, I want to get to the next slide. And I'll talk about this with Jason Whitlock as well. But that Stephen Miller is a white nationalist, white supremacist, or whatever. They've said it so many times, it's hard to keep up. And I want to get your thoughts and opinions. Send us your emails, freedom@charliekirk.com. Should Stephen Miller sue the mainstream news media for saying things like this? Play cut 366.
Representative Pearson, you just heard Stephen Miller advising National Guard troops that they are unleashed. What does this mean for your constituents in Memphis?
It's dangerous, and this has been dangerous since it was suggested by the administration to go after Democratic cities, but particularly cities with black leadership. Stephen Miller is a known white nationalist and supports white supremacist ideology.
Okay, interesting. And then there's Tiffany Cross at CNN who just parrots it. Same as Rep. Pearson there, 368.
Time that we play something from Stephen Miller, it would be journalistic integrity to point out that he is a white supremacist and he is the brainchild behind this policy. That's not my opinion, that's actual fact. And for him to purport lies from the Oval Office as a white supremacist, it should be pointed out.
So President Trump's had enough of this, Tyler. He gave Stephen Miller some unsolicited advice yesterday at the White House. Play cut 365.
Homeland Security Advisor Stephen Miller. Stephen, you're such a superstar, Stephen. They called Stephen the other day a very bad name, and I said, you should sue them, Stephen.
What do you think? Should he sue?
Yeah, of course.
I totally agree.
Yeah, I mean, Stephen Miller is a senior advisor to the president right now. He's in charge of a lot. Obviously, the moves that President Trump has made have been positive for the country. I mean, look at what's happened to Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., since they actually cracked down and cleaned up the city, is a livable, visitable city now.
I mean, totally. Well, the reason they hate Stephen Miller is because he's actually over the target. He's getting at the core issues that have kept Democrats in power, namely immigration and a perverted justice system. He's going for both of them. Jason Whitlock.